Hello. Today, a student will be utilizing the Extended 1112 for their proficiency. Gracie, I would like you to demonstrate this instrument on numbers 30 facial and 8 surfaces away from the facial. Remember, this is a graded proficiency and I will not be able to communicate with you until after you are finished. When you are ready, please begin. The purpose of the Extended 1112 is to detect calculus, both supra and subgingivally. I'll be using a light pen graph so I'm able to detect the calculus accurately. First, I need to select the correct end. So when I'm working on number 30, this is the correct end selection, as the terminal shank right here is parallel to the tooth and the handle is coming out of the mouth. If I were to choose this other end, making the terminal shank parallel, the handle would be going towards the patient's throat or ear, and that would be the incorrect end selection. So this here is the correct end selection. I first want to start mesial to the distal facial line angle, standing up on my fulcrum, moving distally using a sweeping motion, going into that coal, feeling for the calculus, and backing out. Then I want to turn my end around, start distal to that distal facial line angle, stand up again on my fulcrum, go mesial, stand up on my fulcrum, whoop, I'll go back, starting distal to that distal facial line angle, stand up my fulcrum, going into that coal, feeling for the calculus, and safely backing out. Now I'll go on to number 8. So this here is number 8. I'll be doing a surfaces away from the facial. So that would be the correct end selection, making that terminal shank again parallel, and the handle is going towards the way that I'll be working. So if I were to use this end, making it parallel, that would be the wrong end selection. So again, starting here, across the midline, going into the coal and backing out. And one more time, starting across midline and safely backing out. Okay, Gracie, thank you very much for showing me. There are a few areas that I want to review with you. Let's go back to number 30. When you are using sweeping strokes and going into the distal, make sure that you go all the way into the coal and do not stop short. If you stop short, there could be a piece of calculus right underneath the coal and you would miss it. So let's go back to that tooth. When you were scaling here, or when you were exploring, you stopped about right here. You need to go all the way into the coal and then safely back out. Now back out and demonstrate moving mesially. When you proceed mesially, ensure that you are standing up on your fulcrum and rolling. You did not roll enough and had to do it again, and you could have caused trauma to your patient. So make sure again that you stand up on your fulcrum, move into that mesial, and go all the way into the coal and then back out safely. Lastly, let's move to number 8 and demonstrate your technique again. So choosing the correct end here, when you're starting across midline, look at your fingers right how they are right now. That is not a light pen grasp. Do you notice anything wrong with this? This is where this can cause fatigue. This is not a light pen grasp. Your index finger and thumb should be rolling the instrument and always kept apart. So you want to have them kept apart like this and not close together. Your verbalization of the Extended 1112 technique was spot on. Good job. Your speed was controlled and you thoroughly explored the areas I assigned to you. Let's take a look at the proficiency. At the end of clinic, you can look over this proficiency that I just filled out and reflect. Good work and keep practicing. Thanks.